everybody. Anyway, sorry, let me get a couple things up and we'll get going.
Listen to you really likes looking at the blood. Hope you can get more signs like this.
Keep that in mind. Let me ask you a question. If you remember, when you found out that the person you were married to had a secret bank account with a lot of money, you think that person should share it?
Jeez, people. Just because you're married doesn't mean you own her. It's her money in this story.
I'm gonna get my way here.
Just trying to make sure that the game says it's on. One.
You again. For neighborhood. You're right about the shade. Yes.
Woohoo, okay, so it shows them live. Sorry, buddy, I'm having some small technical, fun little difficulties, so anyway. Today, we're working on something fun. So, this is actually a fun project for school. What we were supposed to do was, like, color memory. Ironic enough, I chose a little passageway that I used to go to when I was younger. So, yeah. What we're doing is we're going to extend the tree all the way down about here, get on both sides, kind of just like extend that a little bit further, do my little variety on the inside. So yeah. Oh, let's go ahead and zoom in. Divvy up. I think I put the mosquito, sorry guys.
That's what I'm saying. There wasn't a part. There was a knife and top and gold candles and that kind of stuff.
It's all set wrong.
What do you think?
Can't complain. Sorry guys.
Think you're right.
Just doing things. So if it works better as a good match. Yeah.
Is Dexter coming back?
That might work. Okay.
Wood Fowler looks the 7th floor.
Just go ahead and
We take the time to check out his house. See if there's anything that will put him on update. This is you. What about your office first? Being all out just to show focused. That's the better killer I am, the better fly.
I think that time might actually be done after all. I'm so excited.
So it takes his work home with him. No crime in that.
Right, yeah, so this is finals week for my classes. And there's a week of break. I'm thinking for my week of break, I'm just going to take the time to learn some more about Unreal Engine and basically how to, like, level design, how to do what I need to do in order to start making my own video games. On top of also do some more 3D modeling, because, well, that was a lot of fun when I was doing it. And that's also another skill that I'm going to need to actually hone up on, because you can't have 3D modeling without well, you can't have video games without knowing how to 3D model. So the more you know about 3D modeling, the better it gets. Now, something else that I might also talk about too is that my mom have been talking about, like, game ideas, game thinking, stuff that we want to do for it, and I was also told, and I thought it was one of the coolest things on this planet, I was told that not all Easter eggs have to be helpful. So for some Easter eggs that you'll probably end up running into a lot of my games will not help you out at all. Yeah, some will be so helpful, you'll be like, oh, helpful Easter egg. Even then, like, yeah. Then I was also telling a couple of people how, you know, something I really want to do is I want to design things to put on like t-shirts and stuff and open up my own little merch store and whatnot. I do still owe some people designs, so those might be something fun for me to consider working on too. But yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun things coming into the works. We're gonna have a lot of fun with designing, with a bunch of other things. So this next week will be a very fun week. Lots to do, lots to.
Oh, it's not for us. I think you'd be very happy here today. Thank you. Well, I have to get a few things out of my car. If you have any questions, just leave that out. Thank you.
If I don't make them straight, it's not full.
Nice fishing. Some prizes.
Look at this. Very casual. Check it out.
Don't.
Oh, kids.
Sorry. I have to roll.
No, it's fine. She kicked my little mouse thing, so I'm like, I just quit drying.
Leaving. I've got to drop you off at the station and pick up my brother's kids.
How desperate am I to find a boy in the middle of nowhere where all I have is a bit of blood?
I am. Something else that. Thanks.
Nothing else to go on.
I forget what all I'm saying. Sorry, guys. Still a little scatterbrained. Got so much to do, and all has to be done by Friday, so. Let's make this look more like I'm doing.
So rule of nature. Leave some old base springs out in the middle of nowhere.
But
Joined by the refrigerator.
something else that I am also doing too is
Now a barrel of like the whole dead animals. Too late to go back to the studio, I suppose.
lay back down, sweetie. You're okay.
Hey Deb.
Do you have the kids?
Come on, lay back down. Lay back down. You're okay.
What's going on?
Did you drop?
Oh, yep, there you go.
Yeah, they were.
There you go. Sorry, guys.
Well, I just went to go pick them up.
Full-time college student, full-time mother.
That's no question, big brother. Where did they go?
Same place Hester keeps saying she wants to go.
Yeah. So something that I'm actually like super excited about is I've been working on like a bunch of different game documents and whatnot to actually create games. Yeah, 3 of them are actually going to be set in a horror place, such as like Chernobyl and like some made up city. You never really fully know with me. It could be a number of different places. Pretty much anywhere. Sorry, I'm about to sneeze, guys. If I sneeze on stream, I'm so sorry. But, it's allergy season. Don't forget to take the allergy medicine, people.
Now, but I don't care. You ruined everything. We've gotten used to it. It wasn't that bad.
But
To the way things were. For you without a dad. And then you.
yeah, no. So anyway, back to what I was saying about game talk and whatnot. Well, something that I feel like everybody should actually know too about this is that when I start making my games, I'm gonna have to use Unreal Engine because Mom, you wanna hear something funny? Mom, Lumberyard is part of what crashed this computer. My graphics card might be powerful enough to do it, but I can't use anything but Unreal Engine and Unity on it. I have tried so hard to try to use Lumberyard on this computer, and it's just like, nope, crash. So there you guys go. Watch the type of engines you decide to use for your computer, just because you never know which one's gonna crash it. Like, that's something I'm like really excited about, is we're gonna actually start the long, fun process of game design. I like my mom's idea for the Chernobyl one, where you have your radiation-proof bags and whatnot, and something that I was really actually thinking for with that game, and I think my mom would really like this idea too, is that if you play as a certain character, you can use a camera. And like certain characters, well, all characters can use the camera, but certain characters can develop the film. And I was thinking the film gives you clues as to, like, if you're facing enemies, if you're facing, like, oh, I have to search for this. I mean, it's gonna be one of those world of wonders where you're just like, oh. Well, something that I really want to strive for, because, like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have played, like, electronic entertainment games and whatnot, and how they're, like, super challenging and stuff. Well, I want to take everybody's challenge and everything, and I want to magnify it. Well, not magnify, I want to intensify that and become the beyond the challenge in it. So, like, I want to have some pretty tough games that people are like, oh my god, this is fun. But why is it so difficult, you know? And it's trying to figure out a good balance between those. It's going to be the difficult part, but I'm pretty sure I can do it. And yes, there will be like a beta testing stage, but I'm going to tell you all now, if you do beta testing for me, I'm going to make you actually, you're going to have to, kid, you gotta not move my computer, please. Sorry, everybody. My kid's like, let me move your computer. Anyway. So, like, with the Chernobyl game, it's gonna be one of those, yeah, it's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be one of those, you're gonna have so many objects you could obtain, you're gonna have hidden items that you could actually collect and use for, like, certain things, and, like, yeah. A lot of things go into a video game. But back to what I was saying about beta testing. If I have any of you guys beta test it, you have to have a computer, and you have to have Unreal Engine actually downloaded, because I'm only going to send you a test file, and that'll be like the first part of beta testing. The second part of beta testing will be actually releasing it for free as beta. And I think thank you. I actually am really excited about this piece. But, like I was saying, so, like, for certain things involving, like, my games, I'm gonna have, like, those really messed up Easter eggs where it's like, oh, it's gonna help me. No, it's not gonna help you. You are gonna be hating life when you are done with my game. Because you're gonna be like, oh, it's an awesome Easter egg. No, it's gonna kill you. That's how many times you could die in one game. Probably not the best idea. Well, actually, it would be kind of funny to have someone tally up how many times you can die in a game I create. Because it'd be worse than, like, a million ways. But it's also the cool thing about it is that, like, you know, nobody said that your games can be, like, super difficult. And if, well, shoot, I gotta turn this a certain way. Sorry guys, I'm, like, readjusting real quick. Sometimes this is, like, not very fun with Photoshop. Ooh. But, like, another thing I want to really throw into this game, too, is, like, what was it? So, like, you have your radiation-proof stuff, you have your camera, you have, like, certain objects you could use as weapons. You could forge your own weapons in this game, but you have to use resources, and it's gonna be, like, real life game. You gotta be smart about it. It's like, yeah. I'm a butthead. I like making people think. Use knowledge. But no, if everybody were to like tally up a way to die in my games, you probably die a million ways. 1,000,001 ways, actually. I mean, that's the point of this game. Point of games is to make it entertaining, make it fun, and sometimes people want a challenge. People want a good story. Some people are like me and they're just like, it'd be fun to just mess with someone's head. Just when you thought you were safe, don't use your eyes. Don't use your ears. Don't even use your nose. Sorry. That's how I feel my games are gonna work, is like, you're gonna have so much fun, you're gonna be like, what's the challenge in this game? Don't believe anything you see with your eyes. And something else that, like, the Chernobyl game is gonna have is, there's this radioactive amusement park in Chernobyl that is amazingly cool, and I think it'd be really cool to actually take it. And for like one of the Easter eggs, make it like fully functionable, but you have to fight like a bunch of enemies, and it's like never ending until you turn off the amusement park. But like if you do that, it gets difficult as you start to like actually go on certain things. Like if you go on the Ferris wheel, you can like, well, I don't think I'm gonna give you parts to make a sniper, so it's gonna be difficult for you to find a way to get past the enemies. See, it's those little effed up things that people enjoy. Thank you. But, yeah, no, I mean, it's just like, sometimes you gotta fully think on how you want to do things, and, like, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, developing is not a fun process. It depends on how you look at it. Like, for, let's say, let's move past the Chernobyl one. If you were to play, like, the one I want to make called My Horror Encore, I fully think Supernatural for that, because that one gave me, like, the best idea. It's like, oh my god, it'd be really cool to play, like, you're not going to play as Sam and Dean, but you can make, like, your own custom character, or you can play as, like, one of my pre-made ones, and play, like, 3 different stories. And it's basically going to be a bunch of, like, myths and stuff, and things that go bump in the night. You might also get a little bit of Silent Hill in there, which is not a bad idea, but you never fully know what you're going to run into. Oh yeah, you gotta go into this flaming coal mine and figure out how to freaking unlight this fire. And that, my friends, will be another very messed up Easter egg. Now I'm over here talking about games. How funny is that? Going through and separating more pictures, Mom? Nice. Yeah, I'm wondering why you're not chiming in like you normally do. Like, another thing too is that I'm thinking about using a lot of C++ programming for these games too, because like after messing around in Linksys a few times, I'm like, oh, programming is not gonna be my best friend. So yeah, you'll end up with some fun little goops up type issues, which would be even funnier because like you'll end up with like some random bug that I probably wouldn't be able to debug. But I have a lot of cool people on my Twitter that gave me a really cool idea on how to actually code things and make it look like like a collision code that doesn't fully properly make things correct with the collision. And that's something else that I need to think about, is how do I want my physics to be in this game, because physics is a major part. I miss you too. It's been a while, I'll tell you that much. But like, yeah, I am gonna go be a little hermit and try to see what I can do about progressing my abilities in the gaming industry, because I think it'd be cool to make a game that's like ultra challenging, that people want to just be like, oh my god, I want to play that, and then you find out how challenging it is and it's like, oh, more of a challenge. But I think that's something that makes a really good game, is depending on how challenging it is. Like, you have your different ratings, and ratings are kind of based on like the content. But like, if it's like rated T for teen, it's not gonna be much of a challenge. It's gonna be one of those, oh, you could be a pissy little mala through it and be like, walk, 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 walk. Let me just walk through this game. I heard that's how the new I'm sorry, Square Enix, I'm not bashing on you, I'm not saying anything bad, but I heard that's how the new Kingdom Hearts 3 is, and I'm like, isn't a game supposed to be a bit more challenging than just walking through it? And if you walk straight through a video game, it's not very fun. And it takes away the fun of the gaming mechanics. Which, well, if I'm doing the art and design for it, I'm not really going to be messing with the gaming mechanics or anything. But that makes it even funner because, well, yeah, it makes it funner because you gotta think harder about how you want gaming mechanics, how you want everything to go, look, feel, just, you never really fully know what you're gonna get. A game that I absolutely love, well, game series, because, well, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't my ultimate favorite game. The Resident Evil series. I love the mechanics in that game. I love how well put together the storylines are. I love how it like interacts with each other, shows you like how you get it. I don't really know how to fully explain it. It's just one of those games that I recommend to everybody because I like it. It's fun. It's a puzzle, horror, survival game. It makes it entertaining. Something that I know I'm gonna also have to look out for when creating my games, and it's gonna be a pain in the butt because, well, you always want to make your games a certain way, but it's not just the gaming mechanics and all of that I need to watch out for. It's also like, I've seen a lot of people like, hey, there isn't very many games that have a good storyline. Well, most games, even though they seem like they don't really have much of a good storyline, some storylines, yeah, you're gonna end up with like some wonky stuff. Other storylines, you're gonna be like, oh, hey, you know what? Maybe this works good. Maybe this works bad. Maybe this is not how it's supposed to work at all. It's all pretty much up to how the game developers sees it fit. Oh, come on. I don't think I like that. Can we just go? There we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just switching my color a lot because I'm doing highlights and shadowing on this. But you're gonna end up with a lot of like really cool colors in it because, yeah. That's how I remember color.
White Fowler, Department of Sanitation, Division Day, Pickup. Hobbies, self-improvement, exploring women and behind. I don't know if killing you will fill the void and it's a place to start.
That's smart. But like, something else with some of the games that, thank you. Something else that I really want to add to all of my games is like a really funny signature, whether it be a cameo or like a really weird Easter egg that you're just like, huh? But yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about like game art, game design, crazy things that I really, really want to do. to make some entertaining games for everyone. And I know that, like, if I have anybody watching on, like, Twitch or YouTube, you're probably really confused right now as to who I'm talking to. And, like, anyone on Mixer. But I talk to everybody. Tell me what you want for Christmas. Just kidding, don't tell me what you want for Christmas. Might not be able to do it. But, like, something else that I want to do for a video game is, like, just some humorous ones. And I like an idea my mom threw at me that I think I might fly one. Is make a game about, like, serial killers that you never really hear of. As well. Serial killers are fun to learn about. Even hard to keep up with sometimes. So yeah, we have some cool stuff in the works. We just gotta figure out how to get it all down, 3D model it. Eventually, you guys might see me, like, 3D model a character. I might re-download ZBrush onto here, or I might use my actual desktop for it. So yeah, you'll end up with some ZBrush fun. Create something cool. Some fun looking characters you never fully know. But, like, something else I feel that everybody would really enjoy too is the fact that, like, a lot of these games are going to end up being original ideas. So if you try to take them and you don't know my full original idea on them, you're not going to get very far. Which is something that I normally have to try to warn everybody about, because I'm going to be very, very unique with how I do my games. So if you think you want to mimic them, I recommend you do not. Unless you're looking to work with me as a team and see what I decide to do with it, because some of it will either have you like, maybe, where other parts might have you like, okay, I think that's a smart idea, even though it seems kind of downright not very smart. Hey Mom, I like how I'm doing my trees. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, everybody, a little fascinated with my trees, which is something that you won't see a lot of with me in my art. I don't get very, like, ooh, with it. Lately it's been like, it's getting better. There we go. But, yeah, so, like, that's some of my fun ideas for, like, how I want to do some of my game design and whatnot. Because my games are going to be, like, beyond the challenge. So, if anyone gets frustrated with some of them, I'll drop little hints as to how it was created, so that way you're not like, oh, we're completely lost. Hey Ray, you need to fix this, you know? Another game too that might crack some people up is, we're still working on Lab Rats, but I'm not gonna really talk much about that one right now. It's just supposed to be a humorous game about life and choices people make. Your choices affect the consequences. But you'll always have like 2 different roads, 2 different sides, cautionary tales. You never really fully know. Let's see. Certain objects, like you'll have like golden objects, maybe a book you read, and sometimes like unexpected explosions. Alright, one.
Harrison likes the puppy blanket.
So yeah.
Touch my face.
Yeah, you're definitely tired, I can tell.
How's he doing?
You're normally having fun with me talking about that game.
Don't worry.
A little bit.
You get sick of it around 23.
I know.
I gotta go.
You should lay down soon since
Yeah, you call me if there's
it's hitting 10.
So you never stop me. Some Konke, huh? Find any more dead animals? Looks like you're working on something. It's a lot better than it looks. Let's see.
But yeah. So we do have a lot of fun things coming up in the works. We do have a lot of kinks we're still working out, things we're trying to do. So just everybody please bear with me. Because I do also get more classes after my week of break.
Not Susie. They just near that house. Like what you do? Oh, think so. Never out for the dams. Look at a cubicle. Fresh air. Well, I guess most of the time it's fresh. It's not boring. Never know which one to recommend.
But yeah.
You know.
You have that sometimes, like, I've seen a lot of people making, like, some of the retro game stuff, and it's like, it's cool and all, but it'd be cool to make more realistic looking games. That's another thing we're going to be looking at, too, is Twin Motion. Oh my god, you want to talk about a really nice looking software. I cannot wait to get my hands in on some Twin Motion. So another thing too is like, if any of you guys are ever curious, I do also have a art page here on Facebook. I also have a gamers page. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming up. Not exactly sure how to explain all of it. Like, eventually, yeah, I'll be making art to go on t-shirts and whatnot, and merch stores, so people can buy some of my art if you really like it. Max it'll be is like $20. And even then, like, it's worth it. Just gotta put a lot of thought and time into it, and if I'm making video games, I can take what I do in video games and put it on, like, t-shirt, on hats, on mugs, on whatever the merch store offers and whatnot. Even let you guys customize your own in certain ones, like Spreadshirt, and yeah. Is way getting a lot of cool things. I mean, yeah. Something that I do recommend though is that if you're ever curious to be one of my beta testers, make sure you do have a computer, because I will just send you the file and tell you, hey, check it out, use this. Let me know if you feel like there's anything wrong with it, any glitches, and I'll tell you guys now, don't make any changes, because if you make changes to the game while you're playing it, you can alter something and switch the gameplay mechanics completely. And if you don't know what you're doing, don't touch it at all.
It's almost enough.
But I also might have my mom help me come up with a little application process for people to go through those and just be like, okay, so this might not be a good idea, this might be a good idea. You know what I mean? So it's more about like process elimination. Something I do recommend is making sure that like if I do pick you to do it, you gotta make sure you can also like it'd be cool to have some people live stream it and be like, hey, you know, this really worked, this really didn't, this, that, and the other, and I can just watch your live stream too and see how well you do with it, and that'll also determine if I make another game and whatnot, if you'll do it. Yeah. If you'll do it or not. So it's more of just trial and error with everything. Figuring out, hey, you know, does this work well for this person? Don't really like how this person is with it. You just, you know. But yeah, no, I mean, I've been really thinking a lot on this, and it's something that I think I'm going to continue to think on, so that way we could all have fun, we could all enjoy ourselves, and we can just do what we gotta do. Something else I might do too is like after creating and designing it and having people test it, I can go to like gaming expos, gaming places, and just be like, hey, you know, I would really love for you guys to test this game, have other people test it out, let them see what it's like, see if they like it, and start actually networking with people too. Because that's another major part of what I'm trying to get into. So if you don't know how to network, this may not be the job for you. It's like my mom always says, if you don't know the proper settings on a camera, you're gonna have a bad time. I'm gonna make that a meme. Sorry guys. But yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff kind of being in the works, and just working around my school and stuff is kind of entertaining and fun. But I also recommend that, like, you check out, like, people who are on Kickstarter and their video games, too, because you can really help out people like me who are going to be like, oh, yeah. And it helps to get people to advertise, too. Because the more you advertise for someone who's trying their best to do something, the easier it makes it for us to be like, okay, well, since you're interested, here you go. Here's a little pamphlet, here's a book, here's me sending you an email with what you need to know about it. Sometimes I am a little scatterbrained, so if my stuff doesn't come out as clear as it should, don't get, like, too terribly mad at me. Storm still. I kind of figured. Your dog is always upset during a storm. I do, but yeah. I don't know. They said it was supposed to be a flash flood until, well, it's past the flash flood time. I don't know if it says it's still flash flooding or not. Yes, everybody, we get a river in the middle of our street, and it's freaking amazing. Sometimes you just want to go jump in it and see where it takes you. You're like, whee, halfway down the road. You what? Yeah. You think it'll take the kids away if we do that? Yeah, that'd be pretty funny to see, though. Oh no, it took my baby! I'm laughing at myself. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, Mom, guess what? Then I could say the street took my baby. It's better than trying to say the dingo ate my baby.
Just messages from other serial killers.
I'd be like, dude, what happened to you? I went chasing my kid down the street. What happened? The river took it. What river? My street becomes a river in the middle of a rainstorm. And it's worth a shot. I mean, it'd suck to have to chase him down it, but it'd be freaking hilarious. Yeah, I'm sitting over here talking about my kids going down the freaking river road. Oh, that'd be funny. I'd be so mad at myself, though. But, like,
with all due respect, this man is a knight in shining armor. You should be polishing his lance.
yeah, no.
Excuse me?
My, So, something about the, sorry guys, I got something in my eye. So something about the serial killer game that's going to be kind of fun is, like, a pattern. Probably, like, use actual locations would be kind of cool too, am I right, Mom?
Yeah.
And, like, have it be serial killers you don't hear about. Like, it ain't gonna be no, oh, there's Ted Bundy, or, who's another famous serial killer, Mom? Wayne Gacy, yeah. But it's gonna be like some of the ones that you've never heard about that you're just gonna be like, oh, wait a minute. That's an actual real life serial killer? I'm gonna make a weird face at my computer screen for a minute.
Make a really fucked up game and fashion that after Adrian Holmes in his hotel.
You know, that's funny. You know who told me I should do that? Our favorite person, Tevin. Yeah, he was telling me about Holmes one time. I was like, wow.
And you could have one where you're in the Winchester Mansion.
Oh god, that one's
And you're being chased by ghosts. That's like
super,
that fucking house is fucked up too.
super fucking haunted.
Oh, Coda, I love you, dogs.
Oh, poor buddy. I love you. I wish I could come over there and comfort you. I'd be on your eye level and just. Well, I guess that's his new safe place, right?
Yeah.
Give the dog a safe place. Hey, Ron. I'm not complaining either. I'm just saying. I think it's cute. Yes, everybody, our dog does not like lightning storms. Well, my mom's dog. They're still our dogs, though. She helped me raise my dog into a wonderful, wonderful service dog. Love the service dog. But, yeah, no. You know, I think that would be kind of cool. Have people being, yeah, no. That would be really cool, Mom. But I don't want to, well, yeah, we can make it challenging, you know? It would be kind of cool to model something after that, too. Because I do know how to model buildings, thanks to my 3D fundamentals class. But I gotta make sure I get the texturing right and everything, too, if I do that. And that can sometimes be a pain in the ass. But, yeah, no, we're gonna have a lot of fun games coming. We just gotta figure out exactly how we want to do them, and, well, I'm pretty sure no one wants to see a tin can in the middle of Tornado Alley. You're like, I got lifted up, oh, good, that's flying away! Oh my god, that would be a funny fucked up part of that game. Gotta go chase your trailer down and put it back on the property. Oh god. Yep, see, I got myself thinking now. That's even funnier. Or like some weird natural disaster causes it to break in half and shit. Be like, go find some scarce sources to help you rebuild your home. Go ask the tow man to bring your trailer back. Oh my goodness, it'd be even funnier to have someone have to drive the tow truck. I have to go tow my trailer. Hi Josh, how are you? We're just doing some schoolwork, laughing about video games, bouncing between all the ones that we've been thinking about lately, and I'm sitting here talking about how fucked up it'd be to have like a natural disaster steal away people's fucking trailers. Oh my goodness, what would be even funnier is have a tsunami just randomly go through it and drag off like half the trailer. Oh man, there is water damage. Find a way to fix your roof. Airtight, seal this by using this. I'm sorry, Mom. Hey, at least I'm talking about the buildings instead. Yeah. Oh man. I'm doing great. It's my last week with my 2 classes that I have now, and I'm quite excited. Because I now get 2 more classes, and I've seen what my 2 classes are, and I'm just like ecstatic. So. I really think it's what we're on this earth to find out. Oh my goodness. You know what else would be funny? Have like, oh, we're talking about, oh my goodness. So, if you heard my trailer thing, that was lab rats. And just how funny it would be to have like natural disasters like take people's trailers away, and you have to like find the tow truck person, drive the tow truck yourself, just something messed up like that. That'd be pretty funny. And like we were talking about like my horror encore and the Chernobyl one. We've been having a lot of fun just bouncing back and forth between games. Oh, we were talking about the serial killer one. Yeah, that one's Lab Rats. The one that we were talking about beforehand was the serial killer one we want to do, and doing like H.H. Holmes and the Winchester House. I also got to look up more about the Winchester House because I don't know that much about it. All I know is that there's some... Damn. Well, that's one way to haunt a person. Hey everybody, let's go hunt this bitch down. Just kidding. Oh man. That's funny. Let's haunt this bitch over here. Why are we haunting her again? Because it's funny. Yep. I think I'm a terrible human being at this point. Talking about how it'd be funny to have people see random ghosts throughout the fucking place. You know, I just realized you can make anything into a video game if you just look at it from a different view. You know what I mean? Granny. Yes, ma'am. Oh, that's pretty funny. I'm still serious. I think it'd be funny to have a bunch of natural disasters. Or like have like one day where there's like nothing going on and have like random explosions happen everywhere. Huh? Oh, especially if you hear blow it up, blow it up, blow it up. There's like Jabba the slut somewhere over there. Bad joke. Oh man. I think only us two would ever understand that one. Who's Jabba the slut? Just nobody.
Hello?
It's just a nobody.
Hello?
See, and this is why, Mom, this is why we should not make fun of life. Because now I think that's all I'm going to start doing is making fun of life.
Do it.
Oh, guess what, everybody? I made a dumb decision. Oh, that's my own choice. I'm kidding. I haven't made any dumb decisions lately. Well, not too dumb decisions. You know what I mean? Lately. Mind you, I have been a little absent-minded, but still. And yeah, the terrors might be out of control, but we love them anyway.
Finally.
Alright?
It's right.
But yeah. We have some fun games in the work. It's like, watch out, world, here I come. You can stick with this, or you can stick with that. But, yeah, no. I also know that, like, not all video games have Easter eggs in them. I think the funniest Easter egg is probably one of the ones in Resident Evil 3. Where if you run around the actual PlayStation correctly, you can glitch Nemesis out.
Was that an argument or something? No. Enough flags. Crazy asshole, you're supposed to shoot the gator. Yeah, probably. Fucking nuts. What's your excuse? Why were you unconscious? They must have found me.
Hey, Mom. Another funny thing in Lab Rats that would just be stellar. You know how you said when you're making the banana stuff that it should just explode at random? It could be even funnier if, like, anything you did out of the Anarchist's cookbook, it exploded. Oh, you're making a bow. Explode. You wouldn't get very far in that game with all that, right? And, like, when you gotta make explosives, it just doesn't work. And before you find out it doesn't work, your character says, "That won't do it, idiot." Yep, see, I should not be allowed to share my ideas.
So I told her. Never happened before? First time. You have any history of headaches, dizziness, blurred vision? Hypoglycemia? Not that I know of. Good. You're gonna run a chem profile and check their glucose levels for possible dehydration. We'll follow up with a tox screen. See if anything's in your system.
Yeah.
I'll be right back to draw your blood.
So,
Just lie still.
something else that, like, I think would be pretty cool too to add to, like, any of the games would be have, like, a random pattern that if you follow it, it takes you to, like, this forbidden little area that you just did not know existed. I ain't gonna tell you about the pattern or anything, but I'll tell you, it's gonna be there. Because it's hooked to be square. There's, like, so many different ideas for so many different things. I think lately I've only written down most of 2 documents so far. Just because it will help me out in the long run. Just start with 2 and then like work on another 2, start with 2, work on another 2. That way it's a very productive process, I think. Yeah. It'll be a very productive process, and like something that I might actually talk about in a lot of them too is going to be like your objects. I have like an obtainable object list for my Chernobyl one that when I get further along in that, I will go back through after the obtainable objects and explain like what each object does. I have like, how am I organizing it? Okay, so you have your flowchart. What the flowchart explains, like your main gameplay, brief description of that. Later on in the document, I'm going to go through and actually descriptively describe everything and explain it. If anything, I think that's like the best way to organize it all right now. It's probably going to be over a good amount of pages, but it'll help me organize my thoughts. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Make sure that I can add, subtract, do what I need to do to make the document all worth it. And then something else I might do too is after I make them, test play on myself, see if I got the levels working correctly, if the levels are working correctly, have people start submitting to me little, well, you know what I might look into, Mom? I might look at examples of like applications for game testers and stuff, pull the information I need from those and create my own.
Yeah.
So that way, like, if anyone tells me, hey, I'm interested in this, I can turn around and be like, okay, well, I need you to fill this out. And depending on how it's filled out, like, I don't want too many misspellings. Granted, I know on a lot of my applications I have a good amount of misspellings, so I'm not grading anyone on their grammar or anything. It's just make sure that I understand what you're trying to say. Don't use slang, because if you use too much slang, it's going to be like, you ain't gonna qualify. Like, a little bit here and there, like, gotta, kinda, not like no, what's the best way to put it? Gangster? Don't use a bunch of gangsta.
A bunch of slang.
Yeah. Like, don't use too much of it, because if you use too much, it just makes you look like a...
People that don't spell shit out. I don't know what half of these people are saying half the time.
I'm not even gonna bring it up, but you know what I'm laughing about, don't you?
What?
That one post where we both just could not understand what this one person was trying to say, and we're both just like, okay,
Yeah.
make yourself look retarded, that's fine too.
That's not what it is.
It's not appealing. And it makes you look, I don't want to use the word,
Not professional.
very not professional.
All you need to say.
Very unprofessional. There we go. So, like, if you can't make it look professional, I might not pick you for it and just be like, eh. But if you're like me, have dyslexia, and you spell it how you sound it, then I will understand and be like, okay, they're trying.
Yes, but it shouldn't be like reading hieroglyphics.
Oh god, if it's like reading hieroglyphics, I'm gonna print it off, throw it through the shredder a couple of times. I will make sure I fucking put that in a video so I can stick it somewhere and be like, this is not how you do your application. This is... I'm kidding. I wouldn't actually do that, but that's how frustrated it would get on me, and I'd be like, And trust me, my mom reads half of them too, and she'd probably be like, what the fuck? You know proper English? Are we speaking French here to you? Parlez-vous français? Kidding. Nobody answer that.
gives me a headache reading it.
Eyewitnesses, maybe we'll get a break. Maybe someone saw something. Okay.
Lieutenant, what is that?
Yes.
Tell me first.
Right.
Right.
Of course.
It gives either of us a headache reading it. It's a yeah.
So.
Granted, I'm gonna wanna.
I put it through Google Translate and they still can't translate it. That's a hard no.
Don't let my mom stick it through Google Translate, because if it can't, if you can't spell it right, use Grammarly.
I always under the impression the matter was settled.
Lopez collapsed on Hopkins stage and hospitalized with internal pain.
But yeah, I'm like,
In this day and age, it doesn't make sense to be like that because there are so many different programs that
help you out.
correct you.
That's true. That is assault with intent.
That's just plain laziness.
And that tells us right there too, if we decided to select you, you'd do the lazy part of it, and that's not something we need, you know? Like, if you genuinely test the game and you're like, hey, you know, I really liked this aspect, stuff like that, you know, it would be nice. But if you're like lazy and it's like, oh, this could have been better, 1-word answer, 2-word answer, I'd be like, never again. Put you on my never again block. I mean, I am all about fair chances. But there are just some people, like, I'm not going to name names. They know who they are, that I would probably just immediately throw out their application and be like, nope. Don't trust you, don't want to trust you, don't need to. Whereas there are other people that I'll be like, oh, okay. You just gotta prove to me that it's what you really want. But everybody's gonna have to go through an application process just so that way I can know genuinely for sure who's really in it for the long run and wants to do this for me and who isn't. Because if you can't fill out an application, then that tells me that you're not going to be able to help me out if I give you a crapaneer. No, let me give you a crapaneer. Maybe that'll work. Oh, man.
There'll be an application and a 5,000-word essay of why we pick you.
I like that. 5,000 words, huh?
Yeah. Why not?
Hey, tell me in 5,000 words or less. How about that?
Or more.
Or more. Yeah, I like the or more. Because that way, you could be like, this is why you should pick me, da, 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 da. And I would probably want to know what your skills are, why you wanted to be picked, what you're going to do with this. If you decide to live stream it, I am going to give you a list of questions that I'm going to have about the game, like gaming, something involving gaming mechanics, something involving what works well, what doesn't work well, stuff like that. Like your typical stuff that most people are going to need to know in order to correct a game. And if a lot of people really like my games, I can always take them to places that you can advertise your games for and see if anybody wants to help me get it out there, you know? It's gonna be a long process. It's gonna be a fun process. There's gonna be days where I'm probably going to say fuck at least 1,000,000 times on live stream. And if that happens, well, just know, guys, I will try my hardest not to curse too much, but there are going to be times where you're just going to want to count how many times I say fuck in one live stream, because that's all you're going to hear is fuck, what the?
Can we beat Tool?
Could we beat Tool?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. We might be able to if I'm 3D modeling and I screw something up. Or while learning the engine, if I screw something up and I can't undo it 1,000,000 times. then you're definitely gonna hear it out of my mouth 1,000,001 times.
She saw me.
But yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to set a world record on live stream of how many times I can say something, but if it happens, it happens. Sometimes you might get your traditional, I might say, gosh darn it, I'll call the program something that I won't say right now because this program isn't doing it. Thank goodness. But sometimes with, it's Maya. My mom was watching me when it happened a few times, but that program had a tendency to crash on me. And it made me so mad one day that I'm pretty sure she heard fuck out of my mouth more times than I should have said it. You remember that day? I forget exactly what I was doing, but it's like, nope, you're not doing this anymore. And I'm like, crash. What? No. Crashes again. Crashes for a third time. Me just screw this program, you know?
You nearly brought William's kill. Your reason. And now you got her. What's the first move?
But yeah.
Never kill this.
It's kind of funny sometimes when I'm doing something, because you never know what the program's gonna do. Like, I've had programs freeze on me, I've had them crash on me, I've had them do, like, some weird stuff where I'm like... But you just, yeah. Some programs, you're gonna get a fussy me, other programs, you're gonna get a... Oh, hey, look, that really worked well. Oh, that's not the orange I'm looking for. Move that yellow. Rainbow yellow. My mom, this might have actually been a really quick project. You know what I mean? Is that... Orange is gonna look a little bit more yellow. Like a red. So a little bit of red. Give it a little bit of shade. There we go. See, got my analogous colors in there. Gotta love that color. Yeah, so Mom, this should be done within the next, like, hour. My piece that I need to finish up for my class. Then we'll add more color to the leaves. Give me a second, guys. But, yeah. So, like, another thing, too, is that with some of these games, you're gonna have a little too much fun with it. But something else that I think that everybody should know, too, is if I pick you to test my game, there's going to be a lot of really good questions on my little questionnaire thing that you're going to have to answer. Like, aside from, like, the gaming mechanics, I'll ask you what you think the game needs more of, what the game can use less of, what it's lacking, fun stuff like that, you know? Because listening to your audience, listening to your audience, listening to how you, want the game to look, how you want it to appear, how you want it to interchange, how you want it to act, crazy stuff like that, you know?
You're the best, you know that?
But it also depends on how everybody wants to do their thing too, because like, if I were to do my game development a certain way, and I didn't listen to my viewers or the people who want to see what my games are about, then I can screw myself over because that's a whole another like group of people telling me, hey, you know what, you could do this, you could do that, you can make this work, you can make that work. And I was reading in a book somewhere, I'm not say which book because like that's for people who really want to learn what I'm doing and whatnot, because it helped me out. And the lenses they have for it is just, they're amazing. It's an amazing read. I'll tell you guys that much. And it's helped me with my insight on how I want to do a lot of things. Just like my art classes have really helped my art. It's really taught me a lot about how I want to do my art, how I want my art to look. And like right now we're doing a mix between a bunch of colors. Obviously, like, you had to think about how color psychology. Yeah, let me just like butcher that word. You had to think about the psychology of color to people and how that affects how things work too. So, like, one of my favorite things is when I thought about it, horror. What it looks like to me is going to be completely different from how it looks to other people. I love my horror. Good example would be, I've always been a Jason fan. I love my Jason Voorhees. So I recommend if you guys ever want to know my favorite type of serial killer, well, go watch Friday the 13th, go watch Freddy vs. Jason, freaking my favorite one, Jason X, freaking Kane Hodder. I love that man. Alright, Mom? Talk about Kane Hodder. Mm-hmm. But there's that. We've also talked about making like a game about the underground rap scene, which would be a pretty fun one too, because like if you're a rapper and you want your music featured in this game, please call. Just kidding, don't listen to me about that one yet, because we haven't really worked out all of our ideas yet for that game. But there are definitely a lot of games being thought out, going to be put through a process, put into something amazing. Because, like, you never fully know what you're going to get in a video game.
Well, he's up. He's been up for hours. I missed you too. So sorry I know I'm late. Late doesn't quite catch us. It's being nice. Well, it's just I killed a man in front of a witness. I just had to tranquilize to keep her from scratching my eyes out. What? I'll make it up to you. What's that mean?
It means I don't think this is a good fit, and I won't be returning.
It is a good fit. Very similar to.
And I really like you, which is what pains me so much about this, but he needs a reliable parent, especially with his mother gone.
Reliable.
Well, I guess we use different dictionaries.
It will never happen again.
You think? My mother told me when I was just a little girl, never lie to someone who trusts you, never trust someone who lies to you. It's a shame, really. You're just such a good start.
Sorry guys, got a little distracted. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited. I'm gonna do this. I think with this being my livelihood, there's a lot of things I'm gonna have to step back from, and you know, I think if I come into a roadblock, it would be smart to play a game that I really like to see like how the mechanics are again, and then be like, oh yeah, you know what? This works really well for this game. Start actually taking notes on what I play, what I do, and see if I can change up how I do it. which is that whole what I was talking about when I said trial and error. Some trials, yeah, I'm gonna be mad because the errors are gonna be like astronomical, and I'm gonna be like, brick wall in my head, poof, poof. Just laugh about it, guys, because it's pretty funny. Now I'm talking about beating my head into a brick wall, but I wouldn't actually do it. Am I right, Mom? You know what? Do you want to edit pictures? You sure? They say I could switch programs now since I got this much of it done. It's pretty far along, you know? Yeah. I don't mind stopping and letting you do what you need to do, because I could always go into Illustrator and start working on the other things I need to work on. Okay. Well, I was trying to be nice and offer. Okay.
And there's the man we have the thing for. My nephew, Harrison.
Thank you. I am actually really excited about this. It's, you know, I can tell everybody now when I was younger. Oh god. Don't fall off, don't fall off, don't fall off. Sorry. I'll tell you guys now, when I was younger, the first time my mom ever played Resident Evil 2 around us kids, that's what first enthralled me with how games are made. And now that I'm actually going for game art and design, I'm excited to be making my own games, being able to like show off some of my artwork to everybody and do a lot of things that, you know, I never thought I'd be able to do. That's also thanks to an amazing support group and the friends I have that have been also very encouraging, and the people around me that have been doing. So for those of you watching my live stream, I do recommend that you do follow your dreams too, because you know what? In the long run, we only have one life. Why not live it to the fullest, you know? And I'll tell you this, I've encouraged a lot of my younger friends to go back to school because it's something that they need. Something that I think everybody needs is to go back to school if you have to live your dreams. Go get the job you want. Do what makes you happy. Because in the end, like, nobody's going to do it for you. And only you can take yourself to those places. I mean, you also can have people that help you out from time to time and occasion when you really need it, and other times you just gotta struggle through it and be like, yep, I'm gonna epically fail. And that's okay, because without failure, you can't know success. Sorry, guys. My kid, too, but, you know, I will put this out there. The coolest thing I've ever seen is my mom live her dreams. Especially of being the awesome photographer that she is. And I am no longer scared of, like, what people say to me about it anymore because, well, you know, your life, my life, doesn't really matter as long as we all know what we're happy about and do what we want to do. Goodness, hold on, guys. I gotta. Ron, you need to move. Sweetie, I'm gonna move. You gotta move back this way. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Shh, it's okay. It's okay. You're okay. Oh, you want your sissy to move more? Okay. There you go. Yes, lay down. It's not time to be up, ladies. It's time to lay down. Come on. Look, Mommy will make you nice and ultra comfy. Can you lay down now? Come on. I'll tuck you in. I'll be nice and tuck you in. Come on. You can even lay on Mommy's lap if you really want to. See? Sorry, guys. I do have children, so from time to time I will probably stop and make sure they're okay because, well, they are my children. And they are my everything. Got a lot of dot art tonight. Yeah, that'll work. Nope, that's not gonna be bright enough. Is that one? Oh, that'll be bright enough. But thank you. They're always gonna be first priority over everything. It's part of why I wait until late at night to either stream, work on homework, sometimes just relax for a little bit because I just need a breather. You enjoying this, sweetie? Yeah. Bless you. Oh, can we not set our head on Mommy's computer, please? Hold on here. Mommy will move her computer. Sorry, everybody. There you go, sweetie. Be okay, okay? But, like, yeah, I think that, like, for a lot of this, once any of my games are in beta testing, I'm gonna have people do applications. You're fine, Mom.
I'll be right back.
Alright. Do you like it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I took my original drawing and turned it into something else. There's analogous, complementary colors, freaking split complementary colors in it. Something my teacher might go crazy about. Oh. Thanks, Coda. He wants to go into the bathroom with you. Okay, Rowan, lay down. But, like, I have a couple of game design documents going right now, like my Chernobyl game, which is April 26th, and I have Lab Rats, which are both games that are currently, like, they're being fully thought out and designed. Like, next week I plan on actually 3D modeling out a couple of trailer parks, which is going to be pretty funny. Seeing as how you're going to have, like, tin cans and a bunch of other things that you wouldn't normally see. Maybe a couple police cars. I don't know fully yet what I'm going to 3D model next week, but I think it's going to be awesome. Yes, sweetie. Yeah, where's the tablet? Mommy will turn it on and give it to you guys. Yeah. Mommy loves you, you know that. Yeah. It's time for bed. Are you feeling okay? I can understand you not feeling good, and that's okay. It's okay for you not to feel good. But you and your sister need to lay back down. Well, I love you. Okay. But yeah, I have a couple of games in development right now, and granted they're not fully finished, and it's gonna be a lot of papers and whatnot. You guys will also get to see me, like, design a couple of logos because I'm actually quite excited for this, but I'm going to have not just my Raylan artistry, which is something I've had for the last 5 years now. Its 5-year anniversary is actually coming up soon, so I've been doing art officially for about 5 years. And I started my little gamer tag thing, Konke Lutho, like a year ago. But I plan on turning that into Konke Lutho Gaming, or like Konke Lutho Games. Where's the other sippy cup? Is it in the cubby? Oh, kid, you're really gonna make me go search for this. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna mute my mic so this way it's not like overpowering loud and you guys hear a bunch of like kids screaming. So give me a second. Sorry about that. It's not just one, it's 2 of them. They like to get a little fussy sometimes, so I'm just like, ooh, kids. It looks like they lost one of their sippy cups, so I'm like, kid, sippy cup, no sippy cup, kid. Well, it's a little annoying sometimes, but hey, you know. You what? Mommy? thought Mommy got rid of all of it, kiddo. Oh, that works perfectly. But, yeah, no, I mean, I'm currently working on the game design documents, so that way I have direction and I know where I'm going with it. And I'm not like, oh, scatterbrain! Let me be scatterbrain. Lonnie, you're okay. Sweetie, you're okay. You're perfectly okay. Mommy's okay too, see? I don't mind. You can lay in my lap. You know that. But with the game design document, so far I'm just working out like my little details, and then I'm gonna get broader and have another section like if I have like obtainable objects, it'll be like obtainable objects like redefined and what they're supposed to do. Not just like a short description of, hey, you know, this is how this works. You know what I mean? But yeah, the game design process is going to be a very long one. Thank you. But yeah, it's going to be a very long process. It's going to be one of those ones where I will try to live stream most of next week since it's my week off of classes. Bless you, sweetie. Are you feeling okay? No, you don't feel good? I'm sorry. I get you don't feel good. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. You know that? Right? Hey, if it's any consolation, kid, Mommy's getting sick too, so we can be sick together. But yeah, I do have a couple of games in the process. Like, I think what I'm gonna do is start off with 2, get all my ideas worked out, get everything kind of like started and made. I'm not gonna work on character design yet until I learn that in school, because if I try to learn off of YouTube videos, it might not come out correctly, and you might end up with like a wonky like "oh" type face. No, that's like the best way to explain it. Yeah, you can have one eye over here, one eye up here, and everything's gonna be like, whoa. So yeah, like, it's one of those, you just gotta watch out for how you do. But yeah, I mean, granted, this is like the first time I've live streamed in like 6 days. I feel bad I'm not able to do more with it. Next semester, I should be able to do a little bit more with it. Like, I'm going to be doing a lot more like digital drawings. I'm going to be doing a lot more with like, what was the other thing? Sweetie, hey, come here. Come on. Set your head right here. You're supposed to be laying down. Or do you want to go share my phone with your sister and... Oh, you like my picture? Mommy's just painting. Yeah? I'm just painting, see? Mommy needs to get her assignment done, and you two aren't even supposed to be awake right now. But, like, yeah, something else that I think that everybody should know, too, is when I'm going through the process of actually creating everything, I'll actually do some live streaming with my designs and show you guys how I do it, but there'll be certain parts where I am going to actually have to cut out and leave to your guys' imagination, because I'm going to have to get some files from online and whatnot and do it a certain way too. Can you please lay down? Sweetie, your foot's hurting? Is that the problem? Is it your foot? Did you stub your toe? Well, what'd you do? Are you having growing pains? Are you growing again? If you're growing, it's okay. Mommy doesn't mind a growing little baby. Mommy loves when you two grow. You okay? There is no spider. It's just itchy eye problems. She's obsessed with spiders. Oh, speaking of spiders, remind me to tell person, we got a black widow in the doorway again. You're okay. You're okay, sweetie. You're gonna be okay. You know, hey Mom, since you're right there, can you grab out a couple of Benadryl? I think that might be Lonnie's problem. She's having like ultra itchy eyes and she doesn't know how to handle it. Lonnie. Lonnie. You're gonna be okay, sweetie. Oh, poor baby. Lonnie. Hey. Hey. Do your eyes itch? Is that the problem? They itch? Is that the problem? Is your nose all stuffy? Thank you.
Oh, stop it.
Yep, let me see it. Just let me see it. Oh, I'm trying to go too hard. Hold on, Lonnie. Hold on. Mommy's working on it. Can you throw this away? Actually, no. I'm gonna throw it away. Don't worry. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. Thank you. Hey kiddo, come here. You're gonna be okay, Leilani. Row, row. Oh, itchy. Sorry, everybody. Like itch, 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 itch. Can you lay down? Let's lay down, sweetie. That's gonna kick in soon, and you're gonna feel it. And you'll feel great and fantastic and wonderful, and Mommy's gonna be proud of you because you actually will be feeling so much better. But yeah, for everybody who's still present, that's kind of some of my plan for next week is we're going to do some actual designing of games at night, and we're going to also like take a look at Twin Motion because that will also help me with making realistic games, making them so that you're like woohoo, getting things to where they need to be, doing what I need to do, so that way it's like getting my career path started, getting everything I need to on the ball. And yeah, I mean, be prepared. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, here soon we'll also be doing some giveaways for like Steam codes and stuff. So it's going to be one of those. Please tune into my live streams if you want to. If you have Steam, awesome. That's the type of thing I'm going to be giving away is some Steam codes. If not, yeah. It sounds like my dog needs to go OUT, so give me 1 second so I can get things set up a certain way and you guys aren't left like with boredom. And yeah. Give me a second. Is your dog still in the bathroom?
Yeah.
That's why he's whining, isn't it?
Hopefully, but Toto won't come out and you let me out the door.
Uh-oh, that's not good. It must be a really bad rainstorm then, huh? Well, I'll see if Ilford wants out real quick. Here, Ilford, let me get this done and then I'll take you out, buddy. For anybody who's still watching, I will be right back. I'm gonna finish this up real quick and then I gotta check and see what my dog wants real quick and then we'll get the ball back up and rolling again and have some fun. I hear you, hold on. That's all I'm gonna say to you, dog, is just hold on. Hold your high horse. Hold your buttons. Hold your tail. Hold your tail. Alright, sorry guys, going on.
Saw beauty in the selflessness of giving. I heard sorrow in the songs of 1,000 merchantmen, singing just to fill their emptiness. New wisdom was a choice of the moment, there for you to be now and not just to become. I put myself down just by looking up. I felt love from the caring of a woman. I felt the loss of a fallen child underneath the sun. On the day I woke, the soulless one. I could with my heart open, without the fear of pain it may find its way in. And if it did, I'd do the same all again. A witness flow of poetry in the ocean, and read along till my eyes met the lining of the sky. Fulfilled enough to never question why. And it showed myself upon my own reflection of a world I'm creating that's affecting everyone. On the day I woke, this whole soul as one. You sang to me these lyrics as if they were written to the beating of my heart. If you can feel its pulse, it's not too late to start. But it's not my place for me to offer lessons or give advice to those who have their own minds. But to share with you the simple things I find. Oh, but still you held this message in your eyes. In a promise to myself I would express it, well, not knowing if I'm capable or if I would respond. On the day I woke, the soul song is one. and the soul is one. On the day I woke, and the soul is one.
Alright, everybody, I'm back. Give me a second. Got my seat. Yeah. So, like, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of fun. So, let's go ahead and get back to being started on this. Alfred, that is enough. Hold on, everybody, I gotta go deal with the dog. Sorry about that again, everybody. We are back. Wait, Lonnie. Lonnie. Share with your sister or give her the juice. Lay down, Roro. I don't mind if you watch, but you two are not gonna. Lonnie. Sorry, buddy, my kid is going crazy. That's okay. We got a dog on the bed. But, yeah, like I say, we got a lot of fun games coming up. We got a lot of fun things going on. We're gonna have a lot of fun putting it all together. Give me 1 second. Anyway, sorry, buddy.
So we pretend
Aw,
everything's
darn
okay,
it.
wrapping ourselves in rainbows. And maybe that's all for the best. Because some of these places are darker than others.
There we go. So,
I want to believe that smile. That watching your mother die hasn't changed you the way watching mine changed me.
Gently falling.
Ilford,
That's a little too familiar.
watch your feet, please.
But I use a scalpel. All you have are your fingers. Wiped clean. Not even a year old, you're already destroying millions. And having to flee the scene of the crime.
So, wait 1 second. I don't have everything that I need to. Okay, but yeah, everybody who's actually really interested in test playing one of my games, please let me know once I start that application. I'm thinking about how everybody should fill it out. Then I'll get it all sent out to everybody, let you guys know, hey, we need you to make sure you have a computer, this, that, or the other, so that way it's not like,
Go home. People who care about it.
I told you what I can't do.
yeah.
Just stay in my room and never get past this.
If you had something horrible happen to you, could you just forget about it and move on?
I want to.
Couldn't.
So, be prepared for some fun. Be prepared for a lot of cool things coming you guys this way.
You knew what you were doing. Would you?
Yes.
Soon there's a lot more. But I need to shrink this down a bit. Oh, it's gone bigger.
Trust me.
Trust you? I mean, you must me.
Wish you were only better.
If you're not going to help me, why keep coming back here?
Trying.
Careful, Carter. Come on, keep going. Why did you do that? Okay. Dakota.
Rowan.
Lay down, sweetie. Sorry, everybody, I'm gonna mute my mic for now and
ください。